glad. Blinding moves and faces behind me. This image heavy.
Hey, man.
Be taken over, but the feeling comes and goes again, and I wanna know if I ever have to stop and take this moment, have it made outlined again. Oh no, why can't I see it? Tell me why I can't know. What could have happened when we were in sync? It wasn't my intent.
What's up, guys? I don't know why I'm here again, but if you're here, thanks for being here with me. Quick shout out to What a Pal, Kime Gizmometer there, all following. I was ready to go to the gym. I'm still wearing my Under Armour shirt, but I was assured that I would get a good enough workout cast in this game tonight. It's another DivA Into Deep versus Team Happy Cloud. Team Happy Cloud running that home team today. Yeah, I was going to work out, but let's see how disappointed we get in ourselves and in these teams. Both teams, again, did say that they were okay with some light flaming, so we ran that by them. So like I said, again, let's get ready to get disappointed. Team Happy Cloud. On their team today, they've got Delta, Brett Michaels, What a Pal, Red House, Galaxy Quest. These guys are 2-6, good for 12th place. Into Deep, 1 up on 11th place at 3-9. They've got Loxley, Rosei, Blemsy, Grizzly, and Key running the show today. Map bans, we'll run through those real quick. Let's see if this finally works. This between games thing. At least one of the sides works. I don't know where the other side bans are. Well, too late for that. Let's get to the draft. Tomb of the Spider Queen is going to be the first one. Whoa! Blemsy dropping a 69, looking swole. It's all in the fabric. It's all in the cut of the shirt. You know, when the seams drop down past the shoulders. You know what I mean. It's that oblique angle.
Hey, man.
There you go. Delta, thanks for the follow. Hopefully you get to catch the replays of these. Now, I don't know. Sometimes when I come into Div A, Div B, and anything below, not everybody knows the history. Not everybody knows where we come from. I used to coach HGC. Used to coach LFM before that, a whole bunch of open teams and that sort of thing. Used to cast a whole bunch in Chair League too. But I'm here now. Casting, having a good time. Maybe getting disappointed. Here we go. First ban is Medivh. That's a scouted one. You can tell Team Happy Cloud did some of their homework. You know why? Because Grizzly plays at Medivh. And that's the only team that I know. I like to follow one division, so I get to know all the teams. Into Deep has been the one that I've kind of been consistently following. They've been pretty solid with following the meta. A Nubrak banned out. Usually you see like an Ana or a Zeratul banned out here. Unless they want to ban out some of the wave clear. Tomb of the Spider Queen, I always tell people, a minimum 3 wave clear heroes unless you really know what you're doing. And even then, even if you've only got 2, you better make sure you know what you're doing with those 2. Sylvanas banned out. One of the top assassins, I said, of 2019, still proving to be true. Pretty strong hero. Great for pushing in with those spiders. I like that ban right there. I'm assuming, though, Johanna's going to have some priority here. We've seen a lot of that in Division A, and a lot of other divisions. If you kept up at all with, Heroic or Heroes Hype Premier Series, Johanna started to play a little bit more and more of a role. Over in Europe, though, it's a little bit different. They actually don't pick their warriors until, the 3, 4, 5 spots sometimes, and they usually hang on to them. Here we go. Ana was banned out like we thought. First pick. This is when we get to know Team Happy Cloud. I don't know anything about them, but their first pick is going to tell me quite a bit. Right now, it's been 2, I think, targeted picks. Sylvanas, I think, has been played by by some of their. Oh, there you go. There's a Johanna. Has been played by some of Into Deep's assassins. Calling out that Johanna. Pretty solid first pick. You know, you can pair this up with that Asmodan if you really want to start to cheese. A lot of Tassadar coming out in the pros. But here on the other side, you know, now that that's taken away, you start to look at other things. You look at your Diablos, maybe your Tyraels, ETCs, Garroshes. But I think they're going to lock up maybe some of their wave clear here first. So then you start looking at the Janas, the Guldans, maybe the Junkrats. They want to pick up the Diablo Tyrande. So this is already pretty aggressive. And since the Sun composition is coming out, you're going to expect that the support has to have some sort of save mechanic. You know, some kind of a cleanse. Something big like that. I'm not sure if I like this Malthael, but it's a great counter into this Diablo. Usually want to use something that, you know, has a little bit of self-sustain or some other save on its own. Something like a Blaze that can get out of these sorts of things. But Malthael, really strong against Diablo one-on-one, as long as they can get out of into deeps engages. They rounded out with the Jaina for some extra wave clear. Their wave clear is pretty much done in these 3 picks. So pretty good opening here from Team Happy Cloud. I'm a little bit wary on the Malthael because if we get some big DPS on the other side, they'll be able to kite that Malthael all day long. As long as Team Happy Cloud gets a good support though, something like an Uther, maybe the Anduin, some big save that, you know, as long as there's a cleanse, they can get that person out of there, out of that Diablo Tyrande huge combo. They'll be okay. On the other side, wide open for into deep. They can go any kind of burst. I like that Jaina takeaway because that would have fixed some of their wave clear. It would have fixed their burst. Now, they banned Rhaegar because of the cleanse, the extra wave clear, and I guess the Ancestral. Nice Blaze ban on the other side. Blaze is kind of that extra CC follow-up, a nice bruiser follow-up. We can't be too mad about that one. Now, what did they pick here? Like I said, they need more wave clear. Absolutely, they need more wave clear. I don't mind the Junkrat. That's a little bit of a scaling kind of a hero. All it does is just clear. I could see the Gul'dan here. It does great damage, and you can definitely burst in some ways. They pick up the Chen and a Hanzo. I don't know if this is a solo lane Chen or a 4-man Chen. We've seen some more 4-man Chens in kind of higher levels. Solo Chen's not bad here against the Malthael. Beats him a little bit early on. You can kind of bully him out as long as you fight outside of the wave, that sort of thing. Hanzo, his wave clear doesn't scale until a little bit later on, so I think Into Deep is still lacking a little bit in that wave clear. Now look at that, I like stuns on the other side here. Uther's actually not bad. They go with the Stukov and a Tychus. So as long as they get the first initiation, you know, Blessed Shield, maybe a ring, and they can lock Diablo down, they can actually shred him pretty good. The downside is no cleanse support. Now, I was worried about that. I was worried about no cleanse. But we'll see actually how many combos that Into Deep has. If they don't execute on the combos, Stukov will sustain through the whole thing. And that's okay. Or if Stukov ends up swiping everybody away, that might be alright too. Last pick here, better be wave clear. We go with an Orphea. Orphea's got pretty strong wave clear. A little bit all in on that melee, which I'm not sure because they already had the Malthael. But really mobile on that Orphea. Can definitely dance around Johanna all day and outranges the Tychus. So not too bad with that Orphea last pick. We'll just kind of see how that works out. And this probably leads to a Chen in the off lane. Early on, I think I'm going to give the wave clear and the rotation advantage. It should go over to Team Happy Cloud, but we'll see how aggressive Into Deep gets. There we go. We'll get into this. Like I said, don't be surprised if there's a little bit more flame today. I'm missing the gym for this, so I gotta flex somewhere. Might as well be here. These are best of threes. I think this is week 5. I checked the stats and the rankings just before we got in here. I think I'll win here if they 2-0. If somebody 2-0s, I think that catapults them into the middle of the pack, kind of like 9th, 7th, somewhere in there. So it's pretty big. This is a big game. This is the 11th place team, 12th place team. Tomb of the Spire Queen, game number 1. Division A, Team Happy Cloud on this left side. You got Delta playing Stukov, What a Pal on the Malthael, Red House on Jaina, Brett Michaels on Johanna, and Galaxy Quest playing the Tychus. Already some GGs and good lucks and have funs out there. Right side, Into Deep. It's going to be Loxley on that Hanzo. Rosai switching up onto the Chen. Key going to be the Tyrande. Grizzly on Orphea. And Blemsy on Bad Boy Diablo. Hey, I got that overlay fixed up for you guys. I reinstalled Ali Obs, got it updated. We're good to go. We see everybody on that top side. We see all the talents in the bottom side. It's a Q style for Hanzo, but a lot of quests on the other side. You got that fetid touch, you got Fingers of Frost, and the dash talent coming out from Tychus. We're gonna have to keep an eye on Tychus and see how well he does here too, because I think Tychus was one of those picks that you're not quite sure about. So Blumsy walking up, no souls right now. He's got to charge his way back. Loxley doing a bit of harass. It's 5-on-4 in the middle, and meanwhile Chen was clearing this out the whole time. Nobody here to harass. Usually that's what I like to see. You know, send the Hanzo there. Hanzo doesn't contribute to any of that wave clear, so you might as well poke him on the way down. Send the Diablo, send the Orphea up there. Red House getting chunked out by Loxley on the bomb side. That's pretty good harass on its own, and Loxley trying to stack up that Q all the way, so he's going to follow these guys all the way through here. Like I said, rotation is being controlled here by Team Happy Cloud, which I like to see. They're clearing these waves and they're just moving on to the other side. They do have to watch their mana management though. Red House is blowing everything on these. He's got to make sure he gets every single one of these globes, and he can actually hold his spells here. There you go. Save a little bit of that mana. That's what I like to see. But I want them just to keep moving. Get out of here. Look at this Loxley. Make sure you get to the next wave. Don't get bogged down in these skirmishes. That goes in favor of In Too Deep for sure. So In Too Deep, they've got to watch out for their mana too. Loxley with that Q build, he's going to run out of mana too. Grizzly's been poking around from the outside doing some pretty big damage, and you can probably tell by the numbers here. Loxley's been doing some great harass, but same with Orphea there. And that's firmly, so all that damage firmly in the favor of In Too Deep. And Rosai, like I said, he's bullying this lane, and he can do it. He can do it. Chen just keeps auto attacking, and he can definitely do it despite this percentage damage. He can definitely do that. Roadhouse taking this sneaky rotation. He's going to get down here, but their wave clear in the other lanes is going to be hampered just a little bit, and they can probably tell because it's just Johanna and Tychus. So Tyrande is going to be sent down. Key's going to come down. Rosai not quite going to be there. Delta's going to help him out. They should be able to figure that out. Key sent that, and they're going to find it. They're going to jump on Waterpal here. There's the combo that we're looking for. Waterpal shouldn't be able to make it out of this one, but he does, because there's not enough damage here. Grizzly finally makes it down, but too late. That siege cap is already taken, and that's going to be advantage Team Happy Cloud. Man, In Too Deep, a little bit slow today. I know they are missing a player, one of their usuals, who may have been able to scout that out, but I don't know. They're looking a little sluggish here. Maybe they need another warm-up. Right before this, though, there's a little shout out to the Team Alpha males that used to play against In Too Deep. I heard they beat them in the warm-up game just before this, so maybe In Too Deep off to a little bit of a slower start. But you know what, Diablo is a little bit of a slow starter anyway. Loxley comes down. He's going to start scaling as soon as he gets those Qs up. Big damage into this bottom lane. One tower off of that Merc camp, so already looking pretty solid here. But the gems slightly in favor. Brett Michael's going to try and turn in here. Not going to let that happen. 0 gems turned in aside. And right now, experience slightly over in favor of Team Happy Cloud because of everything they've done so far. Grizzly getting a little bit aggressive, and like I said, that outranging of that Tychus is what I'm looking for. Those Qs, those Es, they're going to start to add up and do some damage. Blumsy stacking up those souls. Once he gets to 100, it gets a little scarier too. Rosai now, because he got pushed out, he's going to get bullied back a little bit. So a big rotation down is only going to help Team Happy Cloud. And I'm talking about Team Happy Cloud a lot because they're making some good moves here. Then come back, they're going to get another mercenary camp when In Too Deep has got none. But they use that time to turn in, which is great because, well, that's one of the problems when you get off the map. If you don't want control of these things, that's when you go for those camps. So we'll see what value this camp gets. It gets you a little bit of that extra XP, but you let the turn-in go. We'll see how much value the turn-in gets, because right after that, I wouldn't be surprised if Team Happy Cloud got a turn-in of their own. Clearing out the middle here, they've got 4 people here. Loxley already Grizzly low 2. The top is being cleared out a little bit. They get a couple spells onto that, and finally they're going to spread out in 2-2-1 fashion against a 4-0-1. So middle lane's going to push up a little bit, but they had that camp to really slow it down. Top's going to get cleared virtually for free here. No real damage coming out onto them, and top is already gone, so nothing there. Mid lane, they're all going to make that fast rotation. They're going to lose a tower or two, but it's not going to be too bad. That's kind of what you expect for the first turn here. I would like to see In Too Deep interrupt them a little bit more and not let them make that rotate, especially since the top was already down. And they're going to make their way all the way down to the bottom here, but Waterpal's already cleared that up. Rosai had to back and tap, And so it's going to be a 5-on-5 in the middle. What a pal looking at Diablo here. I'm probably not going to make that jump though. Level 7s each and only one wall for that turn in. Top untouched, bottom barely scratched. We'll see what happens now. It's all on Into Deep to deny this turn in. Team Happy Cloud. Oh, I like that Happy Cloud. Roadhouse. Roadhouse. Riding it. Nice wave clear here again. And they sneak the turn in down. Brett Michaels and What a Pal. You know what? There have been so many hidden rotations. So many hidden rotations. I don't know if Into Deep is awake yet. I don't know if they can see what's happening on the map. They've got Owl to scout. They've got Hanzo Vision to scout. But for some reason, they just don't see it coming. Who knows? Maybe Team Happy Cloud. It's got some good camo going on. There it is. Big silence right at the gate. Grizzly going to do free damage onto Delta. And that's, you know, a little bit of that risk there. If you're just going to stand still, Grizzly gets to free cast on you. But meanwhile, the rest of this thing is pushing in. And it's just Chen to clear this thing up. And because the wave clear is so lacking, I'm going to say, on Into Deep, mid's going to get a ton of value, bomb's going to get a ton of value. We're going to leave that real quick. Rosai can't clear that by himself, and middle is unchecked. In the top, I'm just looking for these kills, though. I'm waiting for Team Happy Cloud to turn into Team Angry Cloud. Flip that switch and get in there. They're going to get to level 10 earlier, too. And you know what? If they catch a couple more gems, they might be able to set themselves up for another turn in here. I don't know how many are on What a Pal, but usually you want to gank that bot laner if you can. Oh, that's going to be a flip and a charge. Blemsy caught in there. A little bit of silence, a little bit of healing come out. He's going to be out of there just fine, but level 10's on its way pretty soon, and that's going to be 2 forts for the turn in on Team Happy Cloud. I'm going to say worth on all fronts there. And with this level 10, this is where they make that rotation down. Maybe looking at the siege camp again, because that's going to come up right away. Really nice internal timing here from Happy Cloud. You know, this actually happens all the time. Every time I threaten a team with flaming, they just step it up. And they make good rotations and they make good play. I was fully prepared to give it to Team Happy Cloud. But they've been playing solid. Great rotations, great sneak rotations. What a Pal a little bit worried because they don't have vision anywhere. And now that camp pinged, they're going to go all in on this one and clear it up. And they're going to be back to the middle just in time to clear that up. They're going to get that mid control here. Brett Michaels already there. Galaxy Quest, same thing. 0 kills to 0. You know, for a Diablo Tehran comp, you would expect more engages, more aggression. But not yet. Not yet. They're waiting. They've got their heroics now. So Orphea here, that's going to be the big one. Crushing Jaws. We'll see what we can hit with those. Nice poke in the back. Blemsy drops his gems off. 53 apiece. Only Into Deep can actually turn. And they're going to cycle down to the bottom. Key looking for that one. What a Pal here. He's got to be careful because Blemsy might just charge this one up. And I actually do want to see Into Deep get aggressive once Rosai clears up this bottom lane, because that is going to push in and do some damage here. And that's why I would have liked to see. Oh, Blemsy caught out. He's in trouble. They're dropping everything for him. They get the turn in too. He goes down ring. Doesn't connect, but Key caught out in the backside now. He's going to go down. That's going to be 2 for nothing. Arrow comes out. Big whiff. Should we follow that? Just caught the end of it. It's gone. 2 kills to nothing. And this is actually not too bad for Team Happy Cloud. They're going to be okay giving up the turn in while they have free reign of the map. Bottom lane pushed all the way in. Mid lane pushed pretty far in. Top lane, they're already there again. Ooh, this is looking good for Team Happy Cloud. They only need a couple gems. I'm sure they've got them already. And they're going to clear top again for free. 2 turns in a row. No value top lane. No value mid lane. Loxley, let's keep an eye on those. I think he's done his quests. So he's going to start to scale up a little bit more now. It's a combo coming out, and there's that swipe that we were talking about. What a Pal gets away. No problem. Grizzly's still on the chase, and the Panda Pal's on the chase too. And they're going to keep him occupied while that bomb lane goes. Lightning Breath goes down. Brett Michaels finally gets taken out. And What a Pal at 98 HP gets the heal. Blemsy walking back in there. Wave coming in. They got to be careful here. Our Delta plants down, and Grizzly looking for those free cast damages again. And Crushing Jaws gets the Jaina, and that's going to secure Red House, and that's going to be a staggered death here. Joanna just coming back, and that's going to be a 5-on-4 in the melee. Arrow comes out. Blemsy looking for a charge. No, it's Chen first. Rosai goes in, and that's Delta going down. Rosai needs to drink to save himself up. Another flip onto What a Pal, and What a Pal gets taken down with that last Q from Grizzly. No more minions here, and Rosai actually trades himself out, but bottom lane, was taken out. So a lot of kills there. 4 kills at the end of that. And they catch themselves up back in experience. Structures, bottom is pushed all the way in. They're going to have to reset here for their mana and their HP. And once Chen comes back, they're going to have to make another defense. It's going to be a double turn in here. Well, just a single. Maybe a double. And you have single turn in. Pretty patient play here from Team Happy Cloud. What's up, Snag? Good to see you in the chat. I haven't seen you in a while either. I swore it was my last cast last week, but I'm back for some reason. It's just a sucker for punishment. Team Happy Cloud, they get that camp first, and that's what you want to do. You get that camp, you make a little space in that mid lane, you get that turn in, you get that extra pressure here too if you can keep it alive. Good fight in the middle. Brett Michaels just walking into the back line. Absolutely no respect for In Too Deep. Pretty healthy push here. Top lane and mid lane both kind of meeting in the middle here. And Jaina's actually going to help clear this out. Great move here in terms of macro, in terms of clearing those lanes, helping them push up. If they can push simultaneously here, we're going to look to see another silence there right at the gate. We've seen that a couple times here. If there's a good zone here, expect Delta to drop that. Rosai looking in from the flank here. I don't know if they can have a good engage there, but it's actually Galaxy Quest who pulls the trigger first with the Odin. Starfall comes down. The wall's guaranteed to go down, but how much more do they get? It might even be the keep here as the bottom lane starts to push down. Arrow goes out, the crushing jaws and the lightning breath. Red House ticking down. He's gone. Rosai, if he can survive this one, they're gonna be in a good spot. The pandas come out to wipe out the last rights, and this is going to be a chase. 5 on 3 now. The silence to try and disengage. They do still have 2 lanes to clear, and that big stun from Key actually almost catches Brett Michaels, but they think twice about it, and they're going to come back. Walls do go down, but 6 kills to 3. I think In Too Deep is going to be just fine here. Losing your walls is not the end of the world, as long as you maintain your own gems and make sure you can get another turn in. Really tough spot now for Team Happy Cloud. They don't know where they can go on the map. They might look at this bottom camp again. And yeah, they are really solid on this bottom camp, which I like to see. A lot of times on Tomb, they don't go down there. The Owl goes up to the boss, but there's only 2 or 3 people up. I don't think they're going to boss at all there. Delta here might get that interrupt. He's going to get that fetid touch out there. And that's going to be 19 for him. So expect him to start to get that one stacked up here. And same thing for In Too Deep. They're going to take this camp, try to get that 16 Rosai there, soaking up another lane. They're going to go to the top and try to dump there. Rosai first. Blemsy going to clear that one out. Nice silence there. He's got to be careful. Delta's standing right beside a wall. If they choose to engage that, ooh, I'd be a little bit nervous if I were him. Level 16s each. Chen gonna have to wait 15 seconds until the Panda pals are ready to go. Storm, Earth, and Fire recharging right now. They're gonna have to clear out this bottom lane. No risk here of Team Happy Cloud turning in, so they're okay backing up here. Loxley's still poking away here, doing that damage, and you know his level 16 spike is the big one. That extra pierce damage, that's gonna start adding up here. Orphea too, she's gonna do even more damage. This is a full Q build, by the way. I wasn't actually looking at that, but you can really chunk out some front lines. Arthas, Johanna, those Qs repeated Qs, and that's gonna be crushing jaws to try and zone out and catch Brett Michaels. But the shield coming out, Loxley, this is his playground with so many angles to try and bounce off of here. He's going to be able to pierce. Oh, Loxley almost caught out there. I think if he had ripped out the shield there, the rest of the team had backed off. There was nobody there to save him. Waterpal turns in his, dumps his gems, but they're only at 45 here and 40 for Diablo. So what In Too Deep needs to do here is simultaneously push out all the lanes, find out which lanes, or I guess which turn-in point that Team Happy Cloud is focusing on, and then just 5-man collapse on the other one. Because you will guaranteed have an odd man fight with a couple seconds of advantage. So you need to spread out and then get out of vision so they don't know where you are, but you know where they are because you've got the vision tools. And then you jump 5 on 2, 5 on 3, wherever it is. So Blemsy goes in. No combo there, but still kind of a little bit of a combo. Free damage here from Waterpal onto him. They only get the arrow and the breath, and Tehran's going to go down, maybe stepping up too far to try and follow up on that one. 2 kills back the other way. They get the turn in. Diablo comes back. It's going to be 4, so at least they can kind of threaten a little bit of a push here, or at least threaten a few kills here, but no souls on that Diablo means he's a little weak. Top lane, unfortunately, pushed in again, and now that everyone's out here, you know, I'd actually like to see them try and gank this Malthael, make sure he can't clear this bottom lane. Bottom lane, not the greatest. You know, mid, if they could clear that, that'd be great. But they can't step up because Tehran's there. So, unfortunately, they're just going to have to push this bottom lane. And what a pal here. He's taking a ton of damage. Blemzy with the grab, the flip. What a pals, we're not going to make it out of this one. Rosai should be able to finish this one off before the rest of the team comes down. And it's going to be 4-on-4. Mid lane, I think they should have cleared this up because that's going to take the fort, but they didn't have to lose that one. They're actually looking for a fight here, and they're running all over the place, trying to avoid it, but if Delta is the last man back there, yes, Rosai is going to catch it here. Big stun coming out from the Blessed Shield. Rosai is going to stagger out that damage. Blemzy's still looking. He's going to have another charge here. Who's he looking for? He's looking for the flip first, and he's going to pull Delta back, but Chen goes down. Stukov gets traded out, and now Key's going to come back, so they're going to have a little bit of sustain, a little bit of extra healing. Mid, meanwhile, still pushing, actually made his way all the way through the wall here, but they're going to be able to get back and clear that up. So overall, not too bad. 8 kills to 6. This is going back and forth, turn in for turn in, and now it's going to be Team Happy Cloud waiting for their response, but they've got the turn in, and it looks like hopefully they're going to stay out of vision here. Loxy making that detour. They're going to, in too deep is going to go all in on the boss here, and we can still see that they're all in the bottom lane. They didn't have enough people up. 4 people, you know, maybe you didn't think they'd go for it. Here it is. They're going to put all their damage in. I think they're going to get this boss uncontested. No rotation coming up. It's going to be a bruiser count pushing down the mid lane. But you know, the saving grace is here, the full tier 1 structures are still up. Boss comes out. That's going to get Chen to come back up. They're going to have to clear these lanes and clear the others. Mid is going to be a problem, so you're going to send Orphea down there, probably Chen too. Top lane, though, does give you a little bit of an opportunity to push in with the boss, but it's going to be level 20. So great work from Team Happy Cloud, keeping ahead on that XP. Boom, all clear. Jaina actually even finds this bottom camp, and they've gotten, I think, 4 siege camps on Tomb. Unheard of. Unheard of. Great play. Great play for that bottom camp. Galaxy Quest burning this down. This is a pretty late boss. You know, 17 minutes. Next one's going to be up at about 22 minutes. And that might be how long this game takes. It might be a 22-minuter. Mid camp comes out. It's the race for 20 for In Too Deep. Rosai's got a big wave down here. I think if you catch mid and bottom, you're going to be pretty close to that level 20, but you don't want to fight before then. There's that turn in. We'll see what Team Happy Cloud does. Blemzy getting caught out a little bit. You don't want to be too far from your support, and they've made the call to just back right on up here. And Chen, his wave clear, not necessarily the best. He's just gonna straight up hearth here, scared of the gank in the bottom lane. He's hiding out of vision there. All going to top lane. Red House leading the way. They're gonna push this wave on up. This is probably a keep. This might even be 2, but we'll see how this plays out. I think it'll be 1 keep for sure if they don't defend this. So if they send everybody up to the top, they'll try to defend this. Bottom already opened up. I think that'll be a keep depending on how long this fight goes on for. And they've already made it past the gate. They're putting damage down. Oh, Odin again. And he's already taking a ton of damage. So Galaxy Quest, big red button though. That's going to do some damage out there. And this keep already falling down, but the spiders equally as much so. And they should just stay. Team Happy Cloud should 100% just stay with the Odin and keep shelling away at this keep. Because bottom lane, like I said, is pushing in. We'll take a quick peek at that one. And they actually might get the 2 keeps anyway here. So, In Too Deep. They've got to go in now. They're going to pull Johanna back. Arrow into the back line. Big combo coming out. Galaxy Quest and Delta again low, but not quite enough to take him down. And it's actually going to be Key on the Tehran that goes down. Blemzy last rites. Malthael with the kill, diving all the way in. 2 for 1. Malthael buys back. He's actually going to come back. The Pandas jump forward here. Loxley really low. He's only at 30. Jaws again. Grizzly with the combo here. Bottom's pushed its way all the way to core, but now the fight is over. In Too Deep has actually won this fight and have pushed them back. So no core for them today. They actually saved that top keep. It's just the bottom one that's been pushed in. A little bit of shield damage coming off. Chen though, I don't know if he can get away here actually. No, it's not Chen, it's Orphea with 16 gems. They had kept chasing 2v4 while Loxley had to go back. So unfortunately they stagger another one out, and because of that stagger, that's actually going to be the top keep. going down. So Hanzo's going to do a little bit of damage. Rosai is going to do what he can here. Shield coming out to confirm. They're going to get that one down. I don't know if they're going to push all the way in. It looks like they're going to try. Mid keep is still up, so they have a lot of safety here to keep fighting and keep poking around. No gems. Well, only half gems here for Team Happy Cloud, and so that's going to be their next one. Remember, 2 more minutes. That boss is going to be up here. But I think in 2 more minutes, In Too Deep might find themselves with a turn in here. If they can group up as 5 again, they might have another chance at another combo. Looks like Happy Cloud might be thinking about getting that bottom camp again, as they usually do. This is going to be number 5 for them, which is pretty good. You know, they've found the time to sneak away and get this siege camp. I'm going to call this the Team Happy Cloud camp, because they've just claimed it. In Too Deep has not even made it there once. In Too Deep don't care about that camp. Loxley getting some vision. Count it. Brett Michaels eating that one firmly. Blemsy with the interrupt. Oh, rooted. Who took that talent? Red House took that talent. He's going to root Loxley in place, but he's still going to get out. That's that turn in we're talking about. They're all up. Rosai getting down to that bottom lane. This is a problem. At this point, you know what you do? You ignore it. You go push where they push. You don't let them clear for free anymore. You can't let them clear for free anymore. Yeah, go fight. Send that arrow. Stun them for ages. Oh, here it is. This might be it. And I wanted In Too Deep to go in and fight, but it's actually Team Happy Cloud that's looking for a fight. And this angle here is pretty scary. This is an arrow waiting to happen, because there's only one way to get out. There's an arrow waiting to happen. They don't pull the trigger. I like this zoning though. They won't be able to come back to mid, and top is going to push its way up. Even though the counter is going down, the spider's health is going down, it's still going to do a lot of damage. I like the split here from Loxley. Hanzo has got play of the game, so he is kind of a global. He can get there. If they chase them back to this gate, that's another arrow. No, they're going to play for top here. And after this, you know, boss is going to be up. So after this, they could push with a boss all the way in. They're going to back off. I would have liked to see him take that wall too, just to play with that vision a little bit more here. The call now seems to be look to mid to get a gank and not push through the mid there. Or push through the top. There's that boss, just like I called it there. And they're going to look at the camps there. A little bit split here. A little bit split. I would have liked them to have snap called one way or the other. And now they've got to dominate this vision so that they don't lose the boss, because that boss walks right onto their core. So all 5 for both teams, straight onto the bruisers on both sides. 10 kills to 9. 2 keeps though is the difference. In Too Deep, playing a little bit behind. Team Happy Cloud remembers, oh yeah, the bosses were up. But you know, both teams just pinged complete on those bruiser camps, so they're just going to fight through the mid here. As long as they keep vision here, you know, throw that Hanzo arrow up there, throw that Tyrande up there. They're going to push this a little bit quicker, and if they can kill this, they can actually fight in this. And I like that. In Too Deep with a little bit of an advantage here. They can actually push for the mid here. This is a great choke again for those arrows. They need to be looking for those plays. They need to be looking for the Diablo Tyrande combo. We've only seen just a couple of those. Just a couple. And it's a little bit hard here too if you do the Diablo combo, but you flip first and then charge. That's a really tough one. If you charge, get a wall bang, and then the flip, that's the combo you're looking for. Really healthy mage camp here, and they're going to have some a little bit of extra defense on here. A little bit of extra armor. Oh, Starfall coming down. They're already trying to commit. Blemsy tried to go for that flip here, and that's going to be the first swipe to push them all back. Blemsy still walking up. Second swipe. Only one more left. Don't be afraid. Don't be surprised if it comes out here. The charge going on to Whatapal, but Blemsy, he's just stuck in there. Decides to turn and do as much damage as he can. There's going to be the Jaws, but it's going to be too late. 2 of them going down. Diablo's going to come back. Panda's here jumping in here. And Whatapal chasing in the back. Brett Michaels goes down to the Pandas though. And now it's a duel here. Pandas and Loxley are going to pincer here Whatapal. If they didn't get this kill, that would be huge, but Whatapal has so many targets to heal from. And Loxley not going to be able to find that kill here. Diablo did respawn back with 0 souls again. Back at the base. Perfect, because he does actually have to clean things up here. And Loxley's still poking onto Whatapal. If he can, you know, harass him the whole time, that might have been a kill. 79%, 67%. Man, those catapults hurt. 59%, and this is a turn-in. You basically have to clear every single spider wave before it gets to your core. You need to push out so far, and this is where that wave clear comes in, because you need it. So Loxley going to push this out as best they can, but mid and bottom, they're knocking at the gates. Infofox, I see you in the chat. What up, man? What up? You're watching some DivA NGS action. Game number 1. Team Happy Cloud looking to close things out on Into Deep. Oh, the arrow goes out, but just wide. Delta actually stopped to swipe first. If he had kept running, that might have been a connection. Delta out juking the Loxian. That's going to be arrow out of this fight. 60-second cooldown for that one. Mid cleared up, but Odin gonna take that one 100%. So that's gonna be 3 keeps down. But you know what? They did a pretty good job clearing up those spiders. They did a pretty good job. Loxley looking for some Qs. Blemsy looking for another flip here. No, he's just gonna raw breath it. Looking at what a pal. The shield comes out here. Not gonna commit too many more of their heroics. That might have been just for defense there to scare them away. But 80 seconds left on that one. That's gonna be a long time before you get that extra bit of damage here. And in some respects, I might have actually wanted to see the APOC here. Because if they can guarantee that APOC Tehran combo on a Tychus, on a Jaina, on a Stukov, they get that. Oh, Blemsy with the combo getting out there. Big damage out, coming out from Orphea. The jaws do hit Jaina, but she ice blocks that one. Rosai here tries to stagger. He doesn't have his pandas to stagger that one off. Last Rites doesn't finish the job. Neither do they finish the job on Roadhouse. And he's just going to walk away. Actually, everyone's going to walk away. Pandas are back up for Chen, but a little bit too late. If he had the pandas in that one, I think they would have been able to chase down that Jaina kill. But when it's all done, Into Deep defend their core. Neither team with the ability to turn in, but at 59% here, they're looking for camps. They're looking for a gang. Blemsy is walking right into this one. Unfortunately, Brett Michaels doesn't have too many engaged tools. Blemsy with no souls, though. He gets a little bit of healing. Big damage coming out to Red House. What a pal trying to finish this one off here, and they're trying to do as much damage as they can to him. Last Rites was already used, so that's not going to come out, but Diablo goes down. Big damage. Mouthveil goes down. Grizzly starting to do that damage. Storm, Earth, Fire. They're going to jump ahead now. The swipes coming out from Delta again. Great. The jaws, and that's going to be Johanna. Big red button coming down onto Grizzly, and he gets locked in that cone, that ring of frost. He's not going to be able to chase too much more here. They're going to get healed up and turn things around. Rosai with the blink. Did I see that right? Maybe he jumped. It sounded like a blink, but it looked like a jump. Either way. 4 up, 4 down. Oh, instant turn onto the boss here. They need to send some vision. They need to send that owl. This was up since that 22-minute mark. 5 minutes later, oh, that's a stun. The owl comes in, connection, and they're going to make it there in time, I think. Orphea already there. Chen already going to be able to sit on the point. Big damage. Jaws come out. Actually going to pull Delta back in, but no stun. Almost pulled him back into the boss stun here. Rosai, that's an unfortunate place. Wadapal actually wins that one. They're going to do some big damage, but you know what? This is the important thing. They chased them off boss key a little bit too far up. Rosai was going to body block, but it was Loxley with the arrow here. Wadapal tried to get onto Chen. That's going to be a flip and a charge back. The breath coming out. The stun came out. Unstoppable, but not good enough. Big damage from Red House on the back line, just walking them down here. And they're going to have to wait for their resets again. The Jaws coming back out. Does pull Tychus here. Tried to get the Hellgate, and Jaina only at 34 HP. She's going to go down. The chase keeps going. This is just non-stop fighting. Blemsy with another combo onto Delta. The swipe. Delta goes down. Diablo gonna die here too. And that's gonna be Galaxy Quest finishing things up. Orphea goes down. And now that, you know, Dash is finished up for Tychus, he's gonna be flying all over the place. Blemsy here is gonna clean up a couple catapults. Gonna have the help of Key here. So he flips one, charges the other. 2 catapults cleared up. Nice way to do it. Still 59%. Man, these level 20 fights are wild, and we're into 29 minutes. All right, I know I said I was going to go to the gym, and they guaranteed me a workout tonight. I was ready to sweat. I wore my Under Armour shirt. I'm ready. But man, a 29-minute game, this is probably going to go plus 32, maybe 35. That boss is still up. We can't even talk about turn-ins right now, because if you keep dying, those gems keep spilling onto the floor. Ain't nobody gonna get those gems. Rosai here with 25. He has to keep those up now. He has to keep those up. 44. Camps all around. This is Team Happy Cloud's camp again. Probably number 6. We should have had a Team Happy Cloud camp counter. Feeds all over the place. Let's take a quick look. Top feeder. Diablo, Maltheo, Jaina. We got some big deaths out there. Diablo, though, does have to be pretty aggressive. And like I said, they drafted to counter. They drafted the Maltheo. They drafted the Tychus. Big counters. Rosai hiding on that back line. You might be thinking about it. All the cooldowns are up. The lanes are pushing in. Again, that bottom lane. Those siege giants, they stack up, man. And if you get vision of the other team down there to clear it, that's when you go for the top boss. You could definitely go for the top boss. You know what? They're actually escorting this. I like the pressure. There's an argument to be made here that it's possible for Team Happy Cloud to just all in. Pop an Odin. Push those lanes in. Spread it out. Start firing. I think they're thinking about it. They're getting a little bit antsy. There it is. Big red button. Galaxy Quest is going to start coming down. He's raining it down. They're coming in. There's the arrow. It's on Whatapal. Blemsy goes in. The jaws. Miss. Blemsy going to go down. Chen. Stagger. Chen. Pandas. 31%. 27%. Another big red button. Galaxy Quest is on the other side. And a great call from Team Happy Cloud. Game number 1. Ooh, they knew what they were doing. They're at 59% and they scaled out of their minds and they finally said, let's go finish this thing. I thought it was going to go a little bit longer. I didn't give them enough credit. I didn't think they would find the win condition. But big red button on that Tychus, bombing from afar. 115 damage for the Hanzo, but not bad. 99 on that Tychus, who I didn't think. I was questioning the Tychus pick. But 0 deaths on the Tychus, okay. I'm going to call that MVP worthy performance. Because that Odin was really what helped them siege onto a lot of the keeps. Great opening to the draft. They had that Johanna, the Jaina, and the Maltheo. You know, pretty big on the Diablo counters, who did end up dying 7 times. But they had their wave clear covered up, and their rotations were pretty solid. They cleared that top wave every single time. Those spiders did not touch the top wall. It was actually the boss that cleared up the top fort. On top of that, Team Happy Cloud, big rotations. Huge rotations down to that bottom camp every single time. I think they ended up with 6 extra siege camps. That's a lot. 6 extra siege camps. That's a lot of camps. Great play from Team Happy Cloud. Into deep, though. They had their moments. Big team fights, big chases. Even Orphea with 100,000 damage. I mean, you add those up. That's a lot of damage. But I was talking about the Diablo Tehran combo. In order to win these fights, because Team Happy Cloud didn't have a cleanse, in order to win these fights, they needed that combo to land. They needed it to hit. I have a rule. It's called the 3cc rule. Okay, 3cc means that's how many it usually takes to kill somebody. Okay, if you got Diablo, charge flip. Stun. I'm going to call that 2 CCs, okay? You need a 3rd CC to generally kill somebody. With 2+ body blocks, you might be able to get away with it. With 2 CCs and some body blocks, you might get a kill. Okay? You might get that kill. With 3 CCs, you have a lot of time. You got a lot of time to get that guaranteed kill. So, I would like to see a little bit more stuns. That's where that APOC kind of comes in handy too. That APOC gives you those extra seconds, those extra ticks. I'm okay with this though. You know, they're starting to show a little bit of back and forth. So obviously 2 very evenly matched teams. And like I said, 11th place, 12th place. If it's a 2-0, they're going to catapult themselves up in the standings. Team Happy Cloud has a chance to do that. In too deep. Well, they've got to pull something else out. A little bit aggressive. You know, the draft itself was aggressive, and then it was a bit pokey. You know, the Chen likes kind of longer fights, more sustainy fights. The Diablo Tehran likes really fast fights. The Hanzo likes mostly poke fights, but he can be part of that burst with his arrow combo too. So I'm hoping for some more cohesive drafts. Go all in on the burst, or all in on that sustain, and just win, play to that win condition. It is Infernal Shrine, so we might actually see a different kind of a style.
Infernal Shrine.
But it's Infernal Shrines. We got Team Happy Cloud. Team Happy Cloud. 1 up on In Too Deep. Game number 2, Infernal Shrines. Whoa, Hash Browns with that tier 1. Thanks a lot. The old teammate, the old alpha male. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying these casts. Hopefully, we get to cast some of your games a little bit later on. We'll make it happen. Let's get into this Infernal Shrines draft. Who'd they ban last time? They banned Medivh, who obviously they could still play here again. And then they ended up banning Sylvanas. I wouldn't be surprised if they banned the same heroes here again. Knowing that, and they also picked up the Johanna first. Oh, I actually think, does this mean, I think In Too Deep picked this map again. Because they're going to be the second pick here. So if they ban the same, maybe there's a chance that In Too Deep actually switches up their bans here. And Nubarak was the first one, and then Anna was the second one. They might actually save one of those for themselves, knowing that Johanna was so highly picked on the other side. We'll see what happens, though. A lot of times, if they deviate from their original bans, that sometimes clues you in to kind of what a strategy that they want to play. You know, so if this isn't the Sylvanas, which it's not, they're actually giving you so much information. And when I say information, they're banning a Malthael, which, what is Malthael great against? Multi-melee or really thick front lines. 100%, I'm going to guarantee that there's going to be at least one big body on that side, on the side of Team Happy Cloud. And this might be a triple melee kind of a composition. Who does that mean? I don't know. It could be that they want to take the Diablo. Oh!
I missed you. Come cast Lion Speed.
Info Fox. We go way back. I miss you guys too. I actually see Lion Speed on the schedule, and I've been looking. The last time I saw a Lion Speed game, somebody took it. If I see another one of your games, you know I'll be there. Info Fox, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You know I do. And the whole Lion Speed team. You guys are like day oneers, you know? You guys are OG, day oneers from way back. Really appreciate it. Glad we're still able to hang around with each other. Gotta talk about this draft though. Sylvanas first, they go Leo and Diablo on the other side. I'm a little bit surprised. Sylv first. I know they value Sylv early, so maybe they want that first pick Sylv. Maybe that was the only reason for banning out that Malthael, but they had really good success with the Malthael. I don't know why they, wouldn't have kept that one up and banned something else like that, Tyrande or something. Infox got a game tomorrow. Ooh, that's a maybe. I might have time for that one. ETC and Rhaegar are actually going to be the next ones. So they're going pretty big on Shrine Clear right now and Shrine Control. They've got a cleanse for that Diablo. ETC going to control that pretty well. You know, that extra lightning bond coming back. Okay, I see it. But you got to be able to put it on somebody. You got to be able to put that on somebody so that they can make use of that. So I'm wondering who it's going to be. I feel like there might be a Kerrigan, a Yrel, or somebody in there. Feeling like Yrel, because that was the Malthael ban. But I don't know anything about Team Happy Cloud, so I don't know if they play Yrel. What's up, Masuma? I love the cat. Great to see it. Hope you're enjoying the show today. Stukov ban. They've just played Stukov, so they love that combo. They think it's really strong. They think the silence is strong. Great for zone control too. The Diablo Stukov combo is a thing. Big body blocks there, but even bigger would be the Entomb silence combo, which we take off the board right now. I kind of like the way Team Happy Cloud drafts, but we'll have to see how well it plays off in the end here. Anna, Greymane. They got some big damage. Ability to dive. In Too Deep again. Their Shrine Clear left to Leoric though so far, and maybe the Greymane here. Okay, this is the big moment of truth. How good was the draft analysis? What is Team Happy Cloud going to go for? If it ain't that Urel or the Kerrigan, oh, I don't know what it's all about anymore. I see it. It is Imperious. And they pick up a Junkrat, so they're all in on the Shrine Clear. The big body right now is going to be their Imperious, who, you know, I haven't seen enough success with. This could be it. This could be it. I haven't seen enough success with it, and he actually does pretty decent into the Diablo, just with his E, but that has to scale up a little bit later on, so that he gets the armor and just doesn't get one shot from him. But Imperious has got pretty good sustain here. Junkrat, Sylve, good clear. Ooh, it's gonna be a Vala. A little bit tricky with that Ana Vala heal. You know, I might have wanted to see something like a Malf here so you could get that heal off onto the Greymane, get that heal off onto the Vala, get that root combo onto that Diablo. Hey, Moist Venus, 69. Love to see it. Love to see it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is game 2. And we've got 2 very different drafts. 2 very almost polar opposite kind of drafts here. And we're going to talk about that when we get into the game here. So game number 2, Team Happy Cloud up 1. Pulling out a 30-minute game on Tomb of the Spider Queen against Into Deep. This is Division A. 11th place team, 12th place team. They're playing it out. We go to Infernal Shrines, and we've got 2 compositions. And when you look at Team Happy Cloud over here on that left side, Team Happy Cloud, they're playing what I call an objective composition. And the objective composition, their goal is to win the objective. Well, obviously. No, but what tools do they have? They have tools to clear the objective, but they also have enough tools to not lose to any macro compositions. And macro compositions are the ones that push the other lanes down. You're thinking things like your Samuro, your Illidan's, the ones that just push the other lanes and don't care what you're doing on the objective. On the other side, Into Deep, they've opted for what I call a team fight composition. Their job is to kill you so that if you step up onto the objective, you die. If you show up where they are, you die. And so the win condition when you play these out, Team Happy Cloud wins if they win the objectives. Into Deep wins if they get kills. Now obviously, Team Happy Cloud wins if they get the kills, because then they just flat out outplay them. But the point is, when you go 5-on-5 with a team fight composition, you are confident. You are confident that you get the win here. Now Blemzy getting a little bit low because he doesn't have the souls up, but they were bullying him. Leo pushing this entire wave in, and they're going to lose all the XP here. Great delay here from Roseye onto Red House, and that's going to be 50% off of his HP as he's making that rotation. They do the same thing back here, and that's going to be Grizzly taking that damage, but he's going to heal them back up. Already aiming down his sights. He's going to clear that up. And Loxley, they learned from last map. Man, these guys do have brains. They're going to let Leo try and double soak here. These guys do have brains. They're going to make that adjustment. They're going to take that neutral bottom camp. And the invade was actually going to come in, and because of that check, Blemzy gets caught out. Key wasn't with him. Key was trying to heal Loxley up. Blemzy with another feed. Oh no. Hey, what's up, Big Bird? Glad you're enjoying the educational and light flame cast. Our Delta already down on mana. He's going to have to go tap. And I say this a lot, but at a minute 30, you get a free tap every game. A minute 30, you get a free tap. By the 3-minute mark, when that objective spawns, it's going to be back up in case you want to tap again. Take that free tap. It's free stuff, guys. Free stuff. Just take it. Alright, Loxley, anytime he's on Greymane, he's going to rip those camps. No problem there. He's a little bit low on mana himself. Blemzy is going to start to get those souls up. Let's get those talents there for you. Sylve already at 24 stacks. That's pretty solid. Don't mind that at all. I think Wadapal has been focusing a lot on this Diablo here. We're going to call that 30 stacks. And they're going to back up. They're going to get their camp here. You know, anytime you have a Sylve too, you should be looking at some sort of a wall pressure, making an off rotation. Here, going all in on that Blemzy again, but Blemzy gets the flip off, and this is going to be a body block onto Bret Michaels, who already used his slide here, and the damage comes out. Grizzly finishes that off. Delta turns around for another bite, and meanwhile on the backside, Wadapal looked at Key, and he thought he was going to get that 1v1. A little bit of sustain needs to happen here, but it's going to be 4 in the bottom lane against the 3. Khazra Camp pushing in a little bit extra damage, but not a lot here. Rosai doing a great job double soaking here through the top and mid here. Loxy gonna clear out a little bit more. Delta, you know, getting a little bit low. There's that tap that he wants there, and he has that one up just because he didn't tap earlier here. A little bit of an advantage here. It's gonna be 13 already on the side of In Too Deep, and you know, whenever the team fight composition gets ahead, that's a good thing for them. Here, Rosai gets in onto this fight here, and they're going to start clearing it up pretty quick. He a little bit separated from Blemzy here, and now that they're all in the same space here, this might be easier for In Too Deep to start looking for these kills here, but Red House having to go back because he's completely out of mana here. Damage coming in from Galaxy Quest, playing on the wave side here. Grizzly should be on that side too, clearing out the wave as best he can. Blemzy gets bopped back in, the slide to follow. Blemzy goes down, and the kill goes over to Team Happy Cloud. Team Happy Cloud gonna get a second one, follow that up. ETC trying to get out of there. Not only that, but they're gonna get another here, and the CC chain is unreal. Greymane goes down. In Too Deep do get the first objective, but it's 4-1. 4 kills to 1, and Team Happy Cloud, all right, they are getting the kills. They are getting the kills so far, but it's a little bit early, and I would argue that In Too Deep gets a little bit stronger. Their composition by themselves gets a little bit stronger later game. Team Happy Cloud for sure gets stronger later in the game. Junkrat, Sylvanas stacking, they're for sure gonna get stronger. I'm really watching the ETC here too. Every time Bret Michaels, he's been sliding in, punishing that Diablo. There was that little moment there where he slid a little bit prematurely, and he ended up paying for it, but a lot of these times he's going to be able to slide in and get some value off that. Later on, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a mosh here. There's the flip, the bang, no follow-up though, just a little bit of damage. Hopefully Blemzy here goes back into that charge quest, and he can start to stack that one off and get that extra little burst out there. Rosai here still playing in here. Red House extremely mana hungry here, and that's partially due to the hero too. That's not all on him. Imperius, you know, if you spam all his abilities, he's pretty mana hungry. Blemzy here, he's going to focus on the wave. Loxley focusing on the heroes. Caps are going to be up right away, so I'd expect them to get back down there. Wadapal, this is the right job. Wadapal is going to do the right thing here and keep harassing Rosai while he tries to double soak. Just south of that, you see Loxley again focusing on the camps. So In Too Deep getting back to their camp pressure here a little bit quicker this time. And Blemzy here just walking up. There's that slide from Bret Michaels again. Gets charged back. He's got a long way to walk. It's going to be Vala and Greymane here. They actually focus on the Junkrat instead. Bret Michaels just walks away. So miscommunication there. You can tell. Blemzy said ETC. Grizzly and Loxley said Galaxy Quest. Or they didn't say it and they just did it, you know? Oh, big combo here. The slows. Wadapal taking a ton of damage. The drain doesn't quite get in. Grizzly, tons of damage though. 90% off. This might be time for an invade here. You know, they did chunk out Wadapal, so they can actually see. But you know what? On second thought, no invasion because level 10's almost on its way. We're going to send both our DPS to go take this Merc camp. And both teams, I'm going to add, also miss this Merc camp. Really often miss this camp. You take it 30 seconds before the objective. It'll come back up 30 seconds before the next objective, and you get it again. It'll come back up 30 seconds before the next objective. You get this camp every single time before every single objective. Otherwise, you're missing out. Level 10 to level 9. We've got Arrow. We've got Riptire. We've got Ancestral. The other two holding on. Or maybe they're just really slow to pick. I'm not sure. By the way, if there's some light flame in this cast, I did run it by both teams. They are both good with it. So if I say they don't have brains or if I say they're slow, they knew it was coming. They are actually holding on to their talents though. It's Stage Dive. Okay, there you get a little bit of global play here. I'm a little surprised. but not the craziest thing in the world. Not the craziest, because stage dive onto an Ana is hard to go wrong. It's hard to go wrong. I don't mind this matchup though. If Bret Michaels tries to stage dive, oh, I was gonna say, if he tries to stage dive, Diablo can charge him out of it. Unfortunate. Riptire comes in. He's looking for the backline. That's going to isolate Leo here. Leo's going to wraith himself away. That's already 2 heroics down, and they're going to walk back in 15-9 here. But like I said, an objective composition like Team Happy Cloud. There is the Entomb here, and that's going to be Junkrat. He's going to boop himself up. Lightning Breath again, chasing them all off, but that's going to be pretty good onto the camp here. Ancestral comes out. Roadhouse gets out. Galaxy Quest still shooting away. What a pal, too. And it's actually 24-21. Into deep, still trying to play for the shrine, but they should be playing for the kills. Bret Michaels slides in, another boop comes out. Blemsy flips him back over to try and get himself away, and it's Imperious that falls down first. 34-35, and this is actually into deep, winning another one. 2 objectives over to the team fight composition off the back of kills. They are getting some kills here. Imperious, the first one to fall down, and it's the multi-shots, it's the cocktails, it's the swipes while they're fighting on the objective here. Blemsy trying to bust the sidewall here, but unfortunately they're a little bit slow on this, and they're going to get 50% of this cleared. Bret Michaels flipped the charge, no charge. He's going to slide back through, but they're all going to be rooted in place. Rosai from the flank gets another Entomb off, but what a pal, haunts himself out here. Got to be careful, 10% left on this objective. They're just going to take the wall and get themselves out of there. Levels virtually identical. 2 heroics going out before the objective with no kills is going to be pretty unfortunate. Now, if they had timed that just a little bit later, let's say they were at about 25 or so of the little, I guess we call them monkeys, the skeletal defenders. If they were at about 25 of those and they decide to pull that and try to bring them back in, then they could have just cleared the objective. They would have created enough space. But huge combo coming out. Loxley diving in. Bret Michaels, the first one to go down. Riptire almost catches Loxley here. And Rosai in the back here. Another Entomb catches a 3. And that's going to be the Rain of Vengeance to fall. Ancestral not going to do it. 3, 4. It's a quadra. Into deep. Angry at that last one. They're bringing the fire this time around. Free push onto this bottom lane here. Next one's actually going to be up in the top, though. And that's going to be all the way up here. Bottom. Free fort, though. That's going to be siege pressure in that lane the entire time for that next objective here. Leo back to clearing camps. Back to clearing the waves again. And this is going to be a camp steal. Blemsy starting this off for his team. Full level advantage now from Into Deep after I just said that it was virtually identical. Oh, boy. Nice to see those engages, though. And you actually started that off with Loxley using the Cursed Bullet quite a bit earlier on. But it was actually Blemsy that actually get that flip back, and he used that Lightning Breath. And I just heard a ding. That's Bacon with that Twitch Prime. Thanks a lot, buddy. So sad that you're missing out on this game, but glad that you're here to catch the cast. Thanks a lot, buddy. Let's check it out. Up in the top lane, level 14, level 13. No longer is there a talent advantage, but a slight stat advantage here. And like I said, this Bruiser camp comes up before every single objective if you catch it at the right time. This full-on rotation to the bottom might come back to hurt them. They're committed. What a pal needs to go push up with this. They're not going to make it up to the top. They have to give this up. Unfortunately, it's the lane that the objective is in, but Sylvanas actually leaves, and they're going to be so slow to actually push that down. I think at that point, you just trade and keep Sylvanas down there. You send Junkrat to try and push him out, shell on him, boop him around, do whatever you can. But unfortunately, it's going to be ETC. He's got a global. This might be a stage dive area. They got to be careful in here. It's not quite 16. There's that stage dive here, and the sleep comes out right away from Key. The Entomb trapping Rosai in there. Oh, Key piercing through every single hero. This is the best line of sight. Blemsy goes in. There's the breath. Oh, AOE, baby. Loxley at 30. He does get bombed. That's going to be a triple. That's worth. 3 for 1. Loxley almost made it out of that one, too. Oh, Key got himself into the best position possible, and he pierced through, I don't know, I'm going to say 8 or 9 people there. Great positioning by Key. Great fight from Into Deep. Now, what does that mean? This actually means that Team Happy Cloud needs to spread out a little bit. They gotta be less of a cloud and a little bit more like mist. They gotta spread out. They've got the Imperious to come in at a different flank. They got the stage dive. There should be no reason that they group up in a line or group up in a clump. Okay, you got Riptire, which should be so far away that you start that off. You get the stage dive. You get an Imperious coming in from a different angle. You should be spread out so far that they can't do it. Key, Loxley, pushing this one in. No level 16 yet. I'd like to see ETC go back down into that far lane. It's actually going to be Rhaegar getting this camp. This is good. If you can't get the objective, get the camps. The other thing that you can do here is hold that 39. Make sure you clear all the camps. And then go back and get that last one and then push. But this wall's already down. This might actually be an early game. We'll see how aggressive they get. 17. First jump. Who's it going to be? They don't actually have a great clear for this. That's the Entomb too. Brett Michaels gets the boot backwards. Ancestral comes out. That's going to save him for now. No, that's just going to flat out save him. Red House here has the Angelic Armaments. Rosei eats that one up, but this is a ton of damage onto the keep. Keep guaranteed almost for sure. Second jump, actually Red House jumping out of that one. Great bait mate. And he actually gets out. Keep goes down, level 17. 16 not quite there yet. Still time for this engage. And it looks like the rest of the team is actually going back. Boom. That was that next engage there. The Ancestral landing right on time. The Entomb, great start. The W, the mic check from ETC, enough to save himself. Oh, this is a bit risky here. It's a 4-on-5 here. The stage dive, the backslide, big damage. Riptire, Loxley gonna go down too. Rosei was back, clearing camps, and they just gave the game right back over. The doors have been flung open, and it's gonna be 9 kills to 7. Team Happy Cloud finding the right spot. Great time to pull the trigger. Brett Michaels, I see you with that stage dive. It was 5-on-4. It was another condensed team fight in an area. Nice slide from the bush. Rosei here, unstoppable, but not gonna get out. What a bush gank. Brett Michaels. Is the camera just following him or what? And now they've got Sylve. They've got 5-on-3. They're going to push in the bottom lane. Top, though, is kind of scary. If In Too Deep can keep this fight going, this is going to stack up. 2 catapults, possibly 3 by the time this fight goes over. I'm pretty sure Team Happy Cloud is going to just take this and back on out. They've been playing solid the whole time. Not enough to flame. Rosei here, almost coming back, though. He should be chasing him. Threatening this Entomb here. There it is. Brett Michaels tries to slide away. Rosei coming back. Blemsy tried to charge anybody. Rosei haunting his way up. That's an Entomb waiting to happen. That's Brett Michaels in there again. He's going to try and stage dive out of there, but he gets caught. Unstoppable now for Diablo. And that's going to be a kill. He tried to stage dive out of there. Ancestral tried to come out. Not on time. Rhaegar goes down. 2 more kills. Top lane, like I said, 3 caddies stacked up now. Mid, I don't even care about those mid camps. This is top lane. That's what it's all about. A little bit slow. They're not going to go for it. They are going for it. This is a little bit too late, though. I don't think they could have made that long rotation there. And they decide the same thing. They're actually going to take this camp. I'd actually just like to see them get 20 and win the next objective. They have bottom camp to take. They have this camp to take. They're going to be level 20 easy. They're going to force Team Happy Cloud into taking a level 20 to probably 19 fight. And it's going to be just pressure along that top lane. Bottom, though, is a bit of a problem. Bottom is a problem. Bottom is that problem. But taking this Khazra camp would alleviate that problem to some degree. As long as you don't outright lose your level 20 fight, you should win the game here. But nothing is ever guaranteed. All comes down to execution. Team Happy Cloud doing what they need to do. Push out that top lane as far as you can. In fact, ETC should still be out here pushing this as far in as he can. Okay? And it's actually going to be Rhaegar who does it. Getting that lightning bond value. And I talked all post-draft about win condition. Team Happy Cloud needs to win an objective. But Rosei swinging for the fences. 9-1. And they're not even looking. They're going to give this one up. They think they can defend. They think they can defend. Is this a back door? It's looking that way. It's looking that way. No vision here whatsoever. They're going to catch him on the wave here. I'd like to see them just leave this alone and go back and defend here. Because there's no chance that they can actually win the objective here. And now they actually have time. They can hold on to this, leave it at 39, actually push up, get vision, and that's what the waves are good for. They give you vision. Now you can just take camps. That's right. Just take the camps. If these things start going over to the other team, you come back, you take the last one. No big deal. You can even take these mid camps too, and then just come back and finish it off. But In Too Deep has had enough. In Too Deep says no more. In Too Deep wants to finish this thing. Top lane, though, not so much of a threat anymore. Bottom lane, though, it is stacking up. I see them caddies. So, if this ends up being takedowns, that's a problem for In Too Deep. But In Too Deep, busting through the wall already. Blemsy might be looking for that charge. Who's going to eat it? Red House. He tried to throw the W out, but Punisher didn't take it. Punisher didn't take it, and it's ETC who takes the first one. Silence on the Entomb. The Ancestral comes through, but that's too much damage coming out. Loxley low, though. Loxley goes down. The Riptire gets enough damage out there. Key trying to save everybody here, and he's actually going to focus all on Diablo, and Diablo with that Lightning Breath is still going. Sylvanas trying to get away now. Imperious goes down In Too Deep, looking to close it out. What a pal. Blinks away, but Punisher on core. Top lane on core. Mid lane on core. Rosai still trying to pressure them out. 70%, 60%, dropping rapidly. Grizzly gonna finish it off. This is one game apiece. In Too Deep. Team Happy Cloud. We're going to game 3. GG's from everybody. They know what kind of a series this is. They know what kind of a series. Both teams are playing amazing for their level. Like I said, a little bit of flame for these guys. Both teams are doing really good. Actually, really exciting to watch. Because I don't know who's going to win. I actually don't know. It's not like there's a clear favorite on either side. Big damage coming out from Grizzly. This time, he's the one with no deaths. 63k on that damage. Almost matching the Junkrat at that 67. But big plays from the ETC Brett Michaels. He was making some plays at the end there. I still think I would have liked to have seen the mosh pit. I would like to see that one come out. The toughest thing there at the end, though, was Buried Alive. Rosai coming in big flanks, burying everybody. And that one, they spent everything to try and save ETC there. But that silence means he can't do anything at all. And it was just Rhaegar. It was just Rhaegar. Doesn't matter how many heals, how many ancestrals you get out onto him. He's not going to do the job for you. Vala, though, playing great, pretty great. And you got to shout out Key for those line of sights. Ooh, that top camp fight, he pierced through everybody. Really nice there. Let's see, though. I better update that. One game apiece, and it was the right team that won that one, so it should show up. Let's see if this shows up properly. Should be 1-all. Doesn't show all the correct bands. Hate it. I hate it. But there we are. There we are. One game apiece. Team Happy Cloud. 1. In Too Deep. 1. A little bit of a breather before we get into that second game. I'll throw this one up for you. I'll make sure these guys are good to go. We'll be right back. Thanks for stopping by. Much love for all the support.
Be honest, baby, what we had was real. Descending, can't let go. All the way down you see. A vision, division. Felt it splitting at the seams. I felt this a real one. All the way down, and my flesh ties me. Tell me why I can't know. What could have happened when we were in sync? It wasn't my intention. Be honest, baby, what we had was real. It's why
We're back. We're 100% back. Quick face cam. We are 1-1. And I know I'm supposed to show. No, not that one. I'm supposed to show this one. Between games, 1-1. Division A. Team Happy Cloud in too deep. Back and forth games. These guys are so close and so evenly matched. Game 3. We're going to Towers of Doom. You know the map. You know what to do. Hey, if you're enjoying the cast so far, make sure you follow, make sure you like, subscribe, do whatever you want. I appreciate it all, even if you're just hanging out in chat. Love it. Love that hero stuff. We're all ready to go. Don't worry, you'll get a winner's interview after this too, because we do that kind of thing. So stick around. At the end of game 3, one of these teams will walk away with a win, a couple extra points in the stats, and they're going to climb themselves out of the bottom of Div A and work their way up. Lobby's up. Lobby's ready. Towers of Doom. I'm going to say I'm pretty sure Team Happy Cloud picked this one. So maybe we'll actually get a first pick over on the side of In Too Deep. That actually changes things a little bit now. And we'll talk about that when we get into the draft. I think In Too Deep is taking their precious time, planning it out. They're the only ones not quite ready yet. Alright, there we go. They're ready. They're ready. Who knows what they had to do? Who knows? Let's do it.
Towers of Doom.
Welcome to Towers of Doom. Game number 3. Division A. Team Happy Cloud. In Too Deep. 2 extremely close games brings us to this moment here. And no, it's actually still first pick going over to Team Happy Cloud. Draft order stays the same. And so I'm going to expect same bands. Team Happy Cloud seemed to be pretty confident in that Medivh band. They switched it up to pick up that Sylve. Whew. There it is again. Medivh first. A Nubarak. Still likely going to be that first ban here for In Too Deep. No big deviations yet. That Malthael was a bit of a deviation. And I thought they were going to go into this big triple melee. I mean, Malthael's pretty strong at some levels. Pretty strong. Guys joking in the chat about playing the same team over and over. The change up, Johanna ban out first. And that was the one. That was the tank that Team Happy Cloud won with. ETC though, good win rate on him, but punishable, really punishable. Johanna, tough to kill, tough to punish. Really tough. So I kind of like that. That does leave the Anubarak up, and I don't know if Team Happy Cloud is willing to pick up a first pick Anubarak. Actually showing the value there and saying, no, we don't want you to have it either because we're going to pick Sylvanas first again. I feel like Happy Cloud thinks Sylvanas is extremely strong. I don't blame him. She did pretty good work there. Pretty good work. Junkrat out damaged her a little bit. But anytime you win a fight, you can win that much more. And on Towers of Doom, it's worth it. Don't mind that Sylve at all. You just got to be careful if the other team picks things that outrange you. And if you outrange the Sylve, well, you don't even have to worry about it because she's banned out. Anna still up. Anna worked out for a key pretty good. I'd be a little bit worried if Team Happy Cloud didn't pick up the Anna here as a steal. And they don't. It's going to be a Diablo. Sleep can be pretty disruptive. The anti-heal can be even more disruptive. Now, it could be In Too Deep's turn to counterpick. You saw what they did last time on Team Happy Cloud. They picked up a Malthael. They picked up a Tychus. There's that Malthael right away. This could be a nano-boosted Malthael, and we wouldn't even be mad.
I'm not checking in.
That's a feels good, man, when you're a caster. So what do you do on the other side? You need big range. You need big AoE. I said Malthael was going to be picked up. I said Anna was going to be picked up. And now if these guys could play any heroes, I would say Mephisto all in here. Mephisto for sure. That AoE. Either way, though, if you pick anybody with AoE, you're in a good spot. Another Redgar. I don't know if this is a comfort pick or not. I like that Rising Storm kind of damage. Solid Rainer here. Solid Rainer. I feel like they're hiding something. This is a pretty generic. I've got Redgar for camps. I've got Redgar for the waves. Rainer, I'm just okay at shooting things. Rainer actually does pretty good into the Malthael. He trades in pretty decently. I don't know. The way they've played, though, I feel like, because they played the Odin, this is probably a Hyperion Rainer. So, we'll see, though. Dahaka being banned out. No globals. By the way, Abathur's still up. Falstad still up. We haven't seen too many globals coming out. ETC going to be the ban. Anubrak, ETC, Johanna. A lot of tanks banned out. You're left with Tyrael, Murden, maybe even a Stitches. Pretty doubtful here. Blaze main tank, Imperius, who I think is main tank material. Mal'Ganis, maybe. Ooh, we haven't seen him in a while. I'd like to see some ranged damage here. We got calls for Jaina Zeratul. I like the Jaina here to control the Diablo in terms of speed and all that. It's going to be the Falstad and the Blaze. Man, whatever I speak for In Too Deep comes into existence. They like that global. This is a main tank Blaze most likely. And it is still possible that we still get a Zeratul. But they actually need more damage. They don't have enough damage to pressure this Diablo. And Diablo has the pressure to take out Blaze.
Hey, man.
Final picks here. I want a mage over on this other side. AoE mage. Junkrat again. Not bad. And their solo lane. Really, any solid solo lane for themselves. They go with a Thrall and a Genji. Hey, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. They've got an idea here. They've got decent CC to follow up here. They needed some to follow up on that Diablo. So they pick up the Thrall. Earthquake right underneath the bunker is a thing. And this Genji can really harass the Malthael. This Genji can really get into the backline, get to that Ana, get to that Falstad. We got to watch this Genji play and see how good that is. Grizzly with the last pick. Hello? Grizzly with the Butcher. Yo, Droplets, what's going on? Hope you're enjoying the cast. We got a Butcher because... I guess Grizz. We got a Butcher because it's Grizz. Late game scaling. Single target lockdown. This Genji, he's got to be careful. He's got 1E, 1D. This Butcher is all over him. This Thrall, he's got 1E, 1W. And this Butcher's all over him. Ooh. Spicy draft. You know, game 3, you're going into game 3. And you're betting it all on a Butcher. In Too Deep. If they decide to go in, they got to go all the way in. Like I said, though, I'm going to be keeping an eye on Genji.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Let's do it. Game 3. Team Happy Cloud. We'll run it down one more time for you. Brett Michaels on the Diablo. What a Pal running Rainer. Red House on the Thrall. Galaxy Quest. The Ninja Genji, and Delta on Rhaegar. Tied up in Too Deep. You got Loxley on Falstad. Blemsy, main tank Blaze. Key once more on the Ana. Grizzly with the spiciest of Butchers. And Rosai on the Malthael. Let's get them into the mid lane and see where they go after that. Butcher, y'all want to see what that quest is all about? It's all about that meat. And because of that, he's going chop meat. He's trying to stack that up as much as possible. Blemsy from the bush. Wave clear, slightly in favor. Grizz got to step up if he wants that meat. And that's going to be a stun first off on the Genji. He's going to deflect that right back onto Loxley. Meat only at 2. Grizz not being too greedy here. Blemsy interrupting the rotation here. He's kind of by himself. He's got to be careful. That's a wallbang. Key looking at him, though. And they're going to have... Again, the advantage on the wave clear. Rotating S4 here, Malthael extremely fast, way faster than Red House. He's going to be able to clear this up, and they're going to be able to stay down here and keep bullying. Blemsy here dismounting as best he can. He's going to chase them off again. And if they can actually clear this up and push this in, that's going to be Team Happy Cloud missing another rotation. Really, Genji should be up in the top and mid, pushing Rosai out as best he can. Blemzy here, interrupting this, and that's another charge again. Grizz comes back. They're going to clear that up. Really, it should be Grizz here. Loxley should be in the lane so that Loxley can fly in when that threat comes in. Thrall's coming down. Malthael thinking about it too, but Malthael a little bit later here. They're going to get that point. The charge goes in. It's on to Genji like we thought, and Grizz here is going to have to start walking away, but he's going to go down. Galaxy Quest slicing right through, but Brett Michaels is going to be killed. Blemzy getting that fat AoE, and now Rosai gets away. The sleep actually saving him. So Key once again with the plays. 2 kills to 1. And that was a good rotation by Thrall there. He came down faster than the Malthael. But they grouped up. They got a big group stun. And like I said, Galaxy Quest is all on him. It's Butcher versus Genji in my eyes. And that's going to be the counterplay. Everybody low on mana here. And again, you're at that 2-minute mark where you probably should have tried to tap a little bit earlier. Or you're going to have to go all the way back now. Another sleep from Key to peel off Loxley here. Genji taking a lot of damage here. But what a pal from the side. Poking them all back out. Big double soak vibes here coming out from Rosai here. And he's going to keep winning that one. He's going to keep winning that dual soak here. I'm surprised. Red House actually missed a couple minions here. He came down a little bit earlier and he missed 1 or 2 there. And it's going to go the other way here. What a pal coming to help him out. And now actually Rosai is going to miss a couple because they're thinking about the invade. And that's actually okay because they've got 2 in the mid and top lanes here. Rosai actually going to go back now and try to catch that soak best he can and probably catch that top altar here. Loxley, got to be careful. Brett Michaels, he's been known to press that Q button and charge up. They all back off. So this is where you want to play wave side. Clear that wave and get it pushing for you. You want one of your wave clear dudes in there. So Falstad doing that in the mid lane. Perfect. They need to get this interrupt though, and it's going to be Blemzy doing that. The charge is already out. A flip is going to go off. That's just Ana. Look for Genji here. Triple stun from Blemzy. They're all slowed. Now Grizzly with the charge in. He cancels it. And they're just going to zone out. Rosai harassing Red House here. Brett Michaels charges back in. He's got to be careful. That's Red Michaels going down. Slept and 6 feet under now. Galaxy Quest. Is that going to tick down? The heal comes out. No, Rosai almost had him. That's going to be 2 channels. And a camp. Going over for Into Deep. Grizzly hasn't died yet. That meat starting to stack up at 28. The damage piling up. This is what we call a scaling composition. If he gets to the late game, if he keeps those stacked, if Falstad gets to the late game, and if he gets his marksman stacks up, these guys are scaling. A little bit of a cheer for Into Deep. Key here. Probably telling his team to go get this camp, you nerds. It's just sitting there. The rest of the team goes to clear. Really, they just need Grizzly to go. Loxley gonna come back, help him out. Blemzy a little bit low on that mana again. He's got to make sure he keeps that vision. The charge onto Grizzly, man. Brett Michaels, just no hesitation. Key a little bit of a rotation there. Knows he won't get charged because that cooldown's already spent. So he makes his way down. That's gonna be another camp. 2 camps over to Into Deep. And a lot of these plays, you can kind of tell who's been winning these games by who's been getting more camps. That's not a bad indicator, is it? Grizzly still stacking up, already at 50, making good time. Rosai here, can't push too far out. And this is almost what I wanted. Almost. Raynor needs to be down here. Genji needs to be up. They just need to flip those 2 heroes, and I'd be so happy for these guys. Because Genji can actually clear the waves not too bad. You know, as long as he dashes right through the line of minions, no problem. Short Steve with the hundo. Thanks, boss. Love to see it. We are always scaling no matter what we're doing. Man, Rosai doesn't see this. What a pal. Steals a camp. Steals a little bit of that advantage back for himself. That's going to push up. It's going to be real slow. Single ultra spawn here. They haven't made use of their global. Into Deep needs to have Loxley split to his lane and fly in when they want. Grizzly faked the charge, feigned the charge, and Galaxy Quest backed on up. Blemzy with the stuns. Just missed that one. Ooh, Galaxy turns around and clips 3. Raynor actually stayed up in the top. He opted to push. This whole wall is going to go down just for that 1 channel. So 4 shots, but they've prepped this top lane now. Maybe they're playing for the long haul. The fly in, not aggressive enough. Rosai, so fast trying to get in there. And if you all are interested in the butcher build, it's going to be Unrelenting Pursuit and the Meat Shield. Charge going on in here. It's going to be a big fight up through the top, but Grizzly going to go down. Diablo, quest complete. He's got his soul stacked up on a butcher to go down in the middle. Nice to see Team Happy Cloud turn things around. And now, with a little bit more map control, Happy Cloud should really be pushing this in and getting their camps here. So whatever free damage they can get first, great. This is the correct decision. You get your damage first, and then you go get the camps. They've got a little bit of split damage here, just on a couple of different structures here. If they had walked away and this was a sliver of HP, that would have been them not focusing on the same structure, and that's a problem. Genji here, gotta be careful. That charge is liable to come in any time. Level 10's coming out. They need to snap lock them, but Falstad goes down already. Blaze with the triple stun. Combustion too. Lock it in. Rosai in the back line now, waiting for that last strike. The charge. The lamb to slaughter. It's Rainer. It's Diablo. They go down. Delta is next. The AoEs are too much. Falstad fell first, but they get a couple in return. And Loxley just loves to give himself up. You know, he gives himself up, but he always gets 2 or 3 in return. He is the ultimate bait. 124 meat here. Galaxy Quest already charged in and spent the D. Grizzly didn't think he could go for it, but enough to zone here. Pumpkins going in. The zappers. That's going to be another tower, and one directly onto the fort here, the bell tower. Another Merc camp here. I'd like to see them take this and try to pressure that in. They've made that switch. Loxley up in the top lane now. Malthael helping them out there. I'd like to see that though. Malthael more through the mid lane now. Oh, the charge going in. They go in. Oh, that call was made. 25% HP left on him. He gets out. Not enough lockdown. You know, Rosai, he gets the body blocks on. He jumped in, but not enough hard CC. You know, if that was the Blaze off lane, or if that was the Imperious, or anything like that, right? Then you get that lockdown. You get that kill. Remember that rule, 3 CCs makes it easy to kill. 2 CCs, maybe. 1, ooh, you better do some high level body blocks. We got 2 sappers still up here. Galaxy Quest is not going to be able to do it. If he sticks around, he might just get charged. He wouldn't have been able to clear this camp. I would have liked to see them charge that, or even just fake the charge, make him dash back, and then come back. But actually, they're going to go through the middle here. Unstoppable, the gust here. Brent Michaels has to pop the APOC here. Another Ancestral, but he still goes down. So much damage coming out. Delta's going to be next. Rosai trying to self-sustain here. Grizzly too. And that's going to be Rosai and Grizzly going out. Red House on a 37. He goes down. Galaxy Quest, he might be able to clean some of these up. Gets the E, but not quite long enough. Galaxy Quest probably should have gone for Loxy there instead. He would have guaranteed the E right through the Falstad, but nothing there. And it's going to be 3v2 here. It's possible here that they actually kill Whatapal. He actually goes up, and Loxley was all in on that one. 3 versus 2. They could definitely walk up here and try to get that stall here. They might be playing a little bit more defensively here. Blemsy going to go for that interrupt. Gets that interrupt. The heals are here, but the rest of his team not quite. I don't think they'll be able to get another stall here. 4 shots going over. 32, 16. Boom. Another engage through the middle. That was Blemsy's unstoppable popped. He's behind the gate. 5 in the middle. Happy Cloud tried to commit to that one. They had success last time, but Blemsy has learned. Into Deep has learned. And they're actually going to steal the camp up in the top. No more for you. What a pal. Red House here, he's got to be careful. He's got that move speed. He's going to get out, but nice free damage coming out there. Last Strike's going out for that extra damage. Rosai just flexing on him a little bit. Let him know. Charge going up. It's going to be onto Blemsy here. Grizzly charging in. There's going to be the Apocalypse, and he's going to lock one down here. Combustion. Blemsy's giving it all for this team here, and Delta, he's caught in there too. If they turn on him, that's going to be Delta. That's going to be Diablo. Blemsy still hasn't gone down. Galaxy Quest looking for him, gets stunned out, tries to hop over the wall. Loxley follows him, and that's going to be Galaxy Quest going down. 4-0 into Deep. Blaze already starting on this one. I don't know how he survived, But like I said, that's all on the Genji, I think. I think if Genji gets that reset onto the Blaze, that might be more ease through the entire team here. A lot of these fights, when that engage finally does go on, by the way, this is Sunder. When these fights go, that Sunder has got to be the disengage. It's got to be. Unfortunate, though, if you're the one caught in the lamb to the slaughter, because you're silenced, and it's really just unfortunate because you can't do anything about it. The cleanse is there from the Rhaegar. Later in the game, though, if that's going to be the upgraded version, taking a lot of damage here. Blemsy does get the interrupt here. Big heals here. If they can get another interrupt, they can keep fighting. Falstad does get that last one. Not going to make the fly. Level 16s, I'm surprised they didn't go, but they don't need to. They might even just take the boss here. They look like they're waiting for it. Falstad going to try and escort these in. As soon as people show up here, yeah, that's a boss, and that's going to leave them with 2 shots on the core. Into deep. Commanding lead right now. In the last game, best of 3. And so where do they fall wrong in these fights? Where do they fall wrong? They need a combo. They need spacing again, right? They've got a Thrall who can flank. They've got a Genji who can dive. They got a Diablo who can dive. And so they really need to space out from this combustion, from this Malthael. And if this Lamb to the Slaughter gets upgraded at 20, they for sure need to spread out. So working on spacing and how they approach these team fights, Team Happy Cloud still has a chance in some of these. Now, of course, the other side is if Loxley just flies in and gusts them all into a clump, that's just going to be free kills right there all day. So if Loxley can get this wind tunnel and Grizzly gets this upgraded Lamb to the Slaughter, that's just GG. You add on to that combustion, a grenade to shut down healing. By the way, had talked a little bit ago about Rhaegar's ancestral healing being one of the worst heroics. A little bit of a meme. But in this one, because there's an Ana who reduces healing by 100%, we gotta watch for that. And usually it's gonna be on the Butcher target. And if the Butcher charges in, and their healing is reduced by 100%, and an ancestral healing comes in to save them because that's the only thing that can, that's going to be real unfortunate. The charge goes in. Brett Michaels, a little bit extra movement speed to get out. Rooted, flipped over. Blemsy just getting bullied. And there's the combustion. Again, spacing. Only one gets hit this time. It's just Delta. That's a lot better. Sunder comes out here. And there's that Hyperion coming through. Grizzly, the Gus just onto Galaxy Quest there. Diablo goes down for his troubles. Grizzly sustaining through it all. Unstoppable. Another charge. What a pal was peppering him the whole time, but he had that Butcher's brand. He was healing himself back up. Blemsy, Grizzly, extremely low. What a pal, 63. He needed one more auto, but he couldn't stick around because Rosei was there, and that was the channel. GG. In too deep. Taking it 2-1 over Team Happy Cloud. Well played by both teams. That was a series. Doesn't get any better than that. Going to game 3. Yo, Murda, thanks for that raid. Everyone's just catching the end here. I must have missed that raid, though. Thanks a lot. That was it. That was Division A Team Happy Cloud versus In Too Deep in that Div A. It went the distance. All 3. First game going over to Team Happy Cloud. Pretty solid, I'm going to say, on Tomb of the Spider Queen. In Too Deep came back, and it was a slugfest on Infernal Shrines, but In Too Deep came out on that one. And this last one you saw, ooh, that was In Too Deep on Towers of Doom. We're going to get that winner's interview just like we promised. Hey, if you enjoyed the show so far, again, like, subscribe, follow, donate, whatever you want. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here. Really enjoy it. Otherwise, we're going to get Bacon from In Too Deep to get in onto this Discord, and he's gonna do the interview, which is really funny because Bacon wasn't even playing. He was AFK for some reason. Trends, thanks for the follow. Really hope you enjoyed that one. Blemsy with a big 660. Appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. We got Bacon here from In Too Deep. Bacon, how does it feel to ride the pine?
What does that mean?
Ride the bench. Ride the bench. You're on the bench today.
Oh, it feels good, man. I didn't even see game one, but Team Happy, they must be Team Sad right now.
Oh, man.
Because they got pooped on.
Yeah,
They played well.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that first game, they actually took In Too Deep, and I'm going to say they dominated that one. The second one, the third one, different story there. Well, this actually takes you guys to 5-9, so you're starting to reach that middle of the pack here. How are you feeling about your team this season?
Look, I've said it week after every match we've played, even if we win or lose, we're getting better week by week. We take each other's criticisms, well, and we try to learn on it and practice with it. And I feel like at the end of the season, we'll be number one. Wait, do we have enough games to be number one? I don't know.
Bold. That's a bold prediction. Real quick shout outs here. Grizz with the tier 1 and Blems with the extra 9. Love to see it. Thanks a lot. In Too Deep, guys. Back to these games, though. In Too Deep, you guys have a couple of subs. What changes when you guys play with this kind of a lineup? They ended up running a Butcher, of all things. Would you have let that happen?
Yeah. Butcher's fun, It feels fun to just like YOLO go in too deep, and then, stomp on some noobs. Well, not that they're noobs, but you know what I mean. That's kind of the Butcher play style. You try to get a snowball going.
I actually thought, I'm not going to say it, but I thought Happy Cloud had chances there. I thought they were going to drop the Earthquake. I thought they were going to come back on that one. Were you surprised in games 2 and 3?
I felt like both giraffes for the last 2 games were pretty even, slightly favoring Team Happy in game 2, game 3, slightly favoring Into Deep because I know how Grizzly plays Butcher. And I honestly think execution-wise, Into Deep, I don't know about game 1, but execution-wise, the communication was there. I was kind of in the Discord, not cheating because you guys have like the minute, whatchamacallit, delay, so I couldn't even give input. But the team fights, they were able to execute what they were shot calling, so it seemed like it was everything was gelling.
Right on. So when you're watching from the sidelines and you see them make monkey style plays and they feed, what goes through your head when you're not playing?
I'm like, this game would have been fucking over already if I wasn't in this game.
There's a lot of deaths that first game, not gonna lie. What was it? I think it was 7 for Blemsy, something like that. And then Loxley had a couple there too. You gotta point those out, right?
Every time, every chance I get, I write them down just so I don't forget.
Perfect. So, do you guys do any VOD review? Do you guys do scrims? What do you guys do to practice?
We haven't done many scrims yet. I don't. At least that I haven't participated in, but Zunicorn, he's like whatever the top tier is in NGS. I think he's a member of a team, and after every game he kind of goes through the VOD and teaches us, helps us with our mistakes and whatnot.
Nice.
So he's been very helpful in 9 of our losses. So that's what I like to say.
That's what the coach does, right?
Another coach reviews our VOD, and then another week of us getting 2-0 or something.
Perfect. All right, well, I'll let you go here. You got the mic, you got the floor. Any shout outs?
Shout out to Into Deep and Team Happy. The games were entertaining. It's very weird that the guy who didn't play in the match came up to do the interview, but that's another discussion to be had. Thank you, Hero, for casting these games.
Yeah, I hate it. I don't know why I keep doing it.
Yeah, why do you keep doing this?
Why do I keep doing it? I don't know. I'm just here. I was going to go to the gym, and I was like, gym or be really disappointed and keep casting. I don't know. Somehow I still ended up here.
Yeah.
It's always
like,
fun.
Hotz keeps calling you like that
I know.
ex-girlfriend. You know what I'm talking about.
Just keeps dragging you back in. Just like you. You're not even playing, but still, you're somehow involved, I don't know how you came into
the game.
I don't know how
I
you
made the
got
Masters this past weekend, man.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh,
Into
thank you.
deep. I'm going to kick you out of here. Get out of here. All right. Thanks a lot, Into Deep team. Happy Cloud. I'll let y'all look at me one more time here. Thanks a lot. All the support. Quick shout out for that Grizz69 again. Love to see it. Thank you to everyone for showing up. All the support. We had a fire series going to game 3. Honestly didn't know who was going to win. That's the way it should be. That's when you know there's parity in the league. Guys, if you like what you saw, like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you got to do, and I appreciate the support. If you want to request me for a cast or for coaching, you know where to find me. For now, though, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to host somebody, a good friend of mine. Hopefully you go over, throw him a follow, support him. He's a good guy too. But otherwise, appreciate it all. Thank you. Take care. Have a good night.
Brake light, blinding, moves in